Hey, what's good, guys? DGE, Dolphin Gang Entertainment. It's your boy DG, and we back with another video. And today we're gonna be checking out the Senior Bowl. There's a lot of prospects that were out there, a lot of prospects. So we're gonna check out the best ones, the worst ones, who had a good day and who had a bad day, man. But if you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe for more content. Please help me get to that 10K. That 10K is on its way. We got a lot of stuff to go over, a lot of stuff. I wish I did the Shrine Bowl. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. Y'all gotta let me know in the comments, man. Y'all gotta let me know. But let me see real quick. Y'all go get y'all merch. All y'all gotta do is scan the barcode, and y'all could definitely help your boy out. Appreciate anything that y'all can get. If y'all want these shirts, Super Bowl champion shirts, these just released, so they are on the website, man. On the website. So search up DG champions, then you should be able to find these shirts that I got on. You should be able to. I'll be wearing these to the gym, nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. You could wear it out too. It's a nice shirt. I'm not gonna lie, it's a nice shirt. But first, we got is Willie Lampkin. 5'10" at center, 5'10". So we gonna check him out to see what he got going on. He stood out. He held his ground. At the Senior Bowl, he held his ground. We gonna see what he does during the game on Saturday. The Senior Bowl is on Saturday, so we're gonna get to see all these guys perform on Saturday. But let's check out Willie Lampkin. Hey, this is like the pure definition of showing like it don't matter how big you are, you could play football. You could play football. This is him against TJ Sanders, probably a first, second round pick right here. See, he holding his own, man. I like this guy right here. He remind me of Aaron Brewer that we got on the Dolphins right now. Our center, he's like 6 foot, 285. He just bullying boys out there, man. But one thing about Willie Lampkin, he used to be a wrestler. See, that's Georgia right there. He doing it against SEC talent. I thought he was gonna come to the Senior Bowl and get ate up. That's what I thought, but he held his own, man. I'm proud of him. Proud of him. As of right now, the Dolphins don't need a center, but hey, if you want a backup center for Aaron Brewer, this is the perfect guy right here. This is the perfect guy. Seems like he got like good grip strength. He's just gonna have to get stronger, man. If you're gonna go up against Jalen Carter in the NFL, Eric Armstead, Chris Jones, I don't think he's gonna be able to hold up, but he's just gonna have to get seasoned. Maybe a year or two, then he should be ready for the NFL. He should be ready. Right here we have TJ Sanders. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be a second round pick. He didn't have a good day, but he didn't have a bad day. He had an okay day. Not okay day, but he practiced all days. But he ain't like outshine Walter Nolan. I forgot how you say his name. Who was the good Deon Walker? I think that's how you say his name. The 6'7" guy. He could get lower at the end. He could get lower. But good hustle. I like that. Okay. Good deal. I wouldn't invest a first round pick in him. I'll probably look at him in the second round. But Walter Nolan from Ole Miss, he impressed me today. He impressed me. We got some clips of him coming up, but we're gonna check out all the prospects that did a pretty good job at the Senior Bowl.
TJ Sanders may have given us the best rep of the D-line group all week. South Carolina interior defensive lineman TJ Sanders may have given us the best rep of the D-line group all week here on day one of the Senior Bowl practices by putting this interior offensive lineman on his ass. Now, I can't blame the lineman too much for this because Sanders, he's not known for that. He's more of a finesse interior defensive lineman. He likes to play that 3 technique spot. He likes to win with quick hands, a quick first step, likes to shoot gaps, doesn't always just go right into the chest of these offensive linemen. He's more of a finesse guy, and we've seen really high pass rush grades over the last couple of years because of it. Part of one of the best defensive lines in the country at South Carolina, but he is a big reason why.
Yeah, that's one thing I like about him. He's from South Carolina, and they always producing good D linemen. Always producing them.
Because of how he wins with that quickness. But my goodness, did we see the speed to power conversion here on this rep. TJ Sanders, it's a stacked interior defensive line class, but this dude already gave us the play of the week. It could be one of the best interior.
You know, he on the smaller side, but you could tell by his lower body that he has a lot of power in him. A lot of power, you know, compared to how big he was coming out of high school. He was like over 300, you know, but now it looked like he a little bit on the slimmer side, like 280. So I think he could work in the NFL. I think he could work. You know, it just depends on what scheme you want to use him as. I think he's versatile. He could play the 3-4, 4-3. It don't even matter with him. It don't. Here's a closer look at that rep. Like 72, what you doing, man? You ain't come to play. You did not come to play. That's embarrassing right there. He probably going to be a UDFA after this. Undrafted free agent. Probably. Right here we have Brashad Smith, running back out of SMU. We're going to check out what he had to say. He had a little interview out there at the Senior Bowl.
How are we feeling?
I feel great. Just had a good day out. I'll say just get my feet wet, just back again with the guys. I mean, this is our first day out, so I thought we did pretty good. Good as a team.
You flashed some awesome receiving ability today. How do you approach being a dual threat player at the running back position?
Well, I mean, just coming in, just being great. I don't know. Just coming in, just having fun. That's really about it.
And then my last question for you, keeping it quick. You know, what are you hoping to continue to show to teams across the course of this week?
I just want to show all the teams how capable I am to just play wherever. I could do, like, whatever they're asked, I could do for them. Like, even special teams, I'm down to do whatever. So.
First thing.
Yeah, Brashad Smith, man, he probably my favorite running back out of this whole class. My favorite running back. I'm not saying he's the best, but he's probably my favorite. Probably my favorite, you know, but he's not what we really need in our running back room, but, you know, he's too good of a talent to pass up on. You know, he showed that he's probably the best receiving running back in this whole class, probably. You know, even better than Ashton Genty, in my honest opinion. Just watch the tape on Brashad Smith. He used to play receiver at the University of Miami. Then he transferred over to SMU. Then he turned into a running back / receiver. So he has experience playing a lot of positions. So that's why I like Brashad Smith, you know, as a Dolphin. You know, 3rd, 2nd round pick, I would spend on Brashad Smith. 3rd, 2nd round pick. I got some clips of him coming up as well. Right here, we have Brashad Smith. He's in the backfield at running back. Let's check him out. He got that second gear. He got that second gear on him. Good job reading the hole. 72. He came in the way. Good block right here. Boom. He can't really go nowhere after this, but he just going to jump cut to the outside. He going to help his receiver out right here. He going to help his receiver out, and he going to come up to the outside, up the sideline. Touchdown. Not a touchdown, but good run by Brashad. Good vision. Hey, don't sleep on Brashad, man. Do not sleep on Brashad. Again. Too small, opinion only. I do understand, but what you think about Aaron Brewer from the Dolphins? What you think about him? You know, he's a small center, but he's working in the NFL. You know, especially with the Dolphins in our scheme. You know, he does work over there. I met Lampkin, Rashad Smith. I thought it was Burchard. I thought it was Burchard. Here's another guy that I like from the Senior Bowl, Jonah. I'm not even gonna say his last name. His last name too hard. He played tackle and guard at the Senior Bowl, but I like him more as a guard. He looked like the perfect guard. He looked like the perfect guard. You know, let's check him out. This is against Alabama right here. Alabama can't even do nothing against him. Seemed like he has strong hands. Once he lock in on you, it's hard to get off of him. Very, very hard. But you know them Samoan old linemen, they always good. Always good. Good grip strength. You know, I wouldn't mind the Dolphins drafting him, but we would have to trade back if we want to draft Jonah. I'm not even going to say the last name. We got to trade back if we want to draft this guy. Got to trade back. Plus, I want to see him get a little bit more agile in space, you know, because in our scheme, the guard's going to they're going to have to pull a lot, you know, and you want to see Jonah be able to pull, you know, on a consistent basis, you know. Based off his tape, you know, you would rather see him in the phone booth instead of, you know, going here or there, you know, but that's something that he could work on. That's something that he could work on. I like him, but we need physicality and size as well. Yeah, that's true. You talking about Brashad? That's true. I like a center to be 330 pounds. Hey, I do too. I do too. You know, at first when we signed Aaron Brewer, I thought he wasn't gonna work. But since Aaron Brewer worked, that got me thinking like maybe some other people will work. Maybe some other people. I'm gonna drop the link in the bio if anybody want to hop on. Put it there. But good job by Jonah. Good job by Jonah. Here's Marcus Embo. I'm pretty sure I talked about him with you guys on my previous videos of my top offensive linemen that we should target. He was in that video. He was. He ain't have the best of days, but I just think that he's not ready for the strength of the NFL. That's what I think. Yes, sir. See, he getting pushed back. That boy getting pushed back, man. He can't hold his ground. He can't anchor. There's no anchor in him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This just shows me that he can't move the guard. He has to stay at tackle, man. For a guy who's this lean and slim at guard, I don't think it's gonna work. He looked like he a good 306, 310. That's what he looked like. That's what he looked like. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But all this needs is the weight room. To be honest, all you need is the weight room. But hey, I like the fact that he ain't performed too well, so he could probably fall to the third, fourth round. You know, I was thinking like he's gonna be a second round pick, but the Senior Bowl showed me like maybe he's not a first round pick. Maybe he's not. You know, there's a lot of guys who rise above Embo based off the Senior Bowl. A lot of guys. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Purdue. Dr. Purdue.
Yeah, this ain't even a good player as well. Number 5 from Florida State. He's not even like a top tier player. I would understand if he was like, probably the best D tackle out here, but he getting bullied by this guy. But at the same time, he's playing out of position. Maybe this is a sign that he should stick with tackle. He should stick with tackle.
Yes, sir. Purdue. Dr. Purdue.
Here we got Mbo. He's at left tackle right here. We're going to check him out. DG, what are your thoughts on Shamir Sanders at number 13? Sanders, I don't know who that is. You talking about Stewart from Texas A&M? That's who you talking about? I think like Saban, size matters, smarts, and balance. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right. But sometimes that size is not going to fall to you. You might get somebody of value at a draft pick, and you might not have to take the size into consideration. You're going to have to look at the film and see if this player is somebody that could work in the NFL. If we never took the shot at Aaron Brewer, we would have never known that he was going to be a decent center, a good center. But I am looking at size, though. I am looking at size. Like right now with Mbo, he's showing me like size does matter. He's showing me that. But with plays like these where you have to move out in space, it shows you where his value is. Him out in space. He's a good moving tackle. He used to play basketball before. Now look at him on display. Good job sealing the edge. Devon A-Chain, he taking this to the crib. He taking this to the crib. Devon A-Chain is taking this to the crib. He has good agility, man. Good agility. Like Patrick Paul, I don't think he moving like this. I do not think he moving like this. So a tackle like this, he's not going to fit everywhere. He's not going to fit everywhere, but he will fit in Miami. So Miami would probably value him more than other teams, to be honest. Let me see. Got to squat 500 plus. Hurt squat 600, and that's a QB. I know, man. I know. Hurts, he on a different level. Different level. Stewart, Shamir Stewart from Texas A&M. I like him because he is from Miami. I think so. I think he's from Miami, man. I don't know if he goes at number 13. I do not know. There's a chance, based off what he did at the Senior Bowl. There's a good shot that he goes in the first round, but I don't know about number 13. I do not know, but he showed a lot of potential. Him with the right not the quarterback coach, right D-line coach. Could really benefit him, and he could be a top tier D lineman. He has the potential. He just didn't put up the stats in college. That's why nobody really taking him serious. But he definitely is intimidating DN / like somebody who could play the D tackle position. He could learn a lot from Calais Campbell. So like Deion Walker and him, they're two guys that you could bring into Miami, and they could be guys that you could try to work with to be just like Zach Sealer and Calais. So Shamir Stewart, I think he's one of them guys that we got to see him at the pro day, the combine, see what numbers he put up. Then he probably going to be an official first round pick. But Mbo, potential moving in space, but him in the phone booth, you don't know. You don't know.
Defensive linemen do.
Here we have Mbo on a little interview at the Senior Bowl. Let's check him out.
What's the most annoying thing that defensive linemen do?
That's a good question. Pretty much everything. I mean, honestly, bull rushing and one-on-ones.
Bro, I was just gonna ask you that. Is that cheating?
I mean, it is what it is. I'd like to see some moves.
You see, he's telling you already he don't like bull rushing because he don't want to deal with the power. He don't He don't want to deal with it. We seen the rep that he went up against that D lineman and bull rushed him, pushed him way back to the quarterback. Pushed him way back. He probably good with like finesse type of DNs, but the power guys, he gonna have a hard time with them. He gonna have a hard time. But I do like Mbo though. I do like him. A guy that could definitely work with Butch Berry. He could definitely fix up a guy like this. Most definitely. Here's another rep of Mbo. Good rep right here. Good rep. That boy blocking him with one hand. That boy snap. But 17, he ain't come from a big school. He came from a small school. Came from a small school. But good kick slide. Good job gaining ground on a kick slide. Right in front of his face. Good blocking. Good rep right here, but at the same time, not against anybody that we want to see. Do this against Mike Green from Marshall. Do that against him, then I'll be impressed. Do this against Shamir Stewart, and then I'll be impressed. Right here, you have Mbo. He took a picture with our assistant O-line coach. Shout out to them boys, man. Ask Ursery, I think that's his name. He pretty much was the best old lineman out here. The best old lineman out of Minnesota. I'm pretty sure he's going to be a top 15 pick. Top 15 pick. If he's there at 13, this could be a guy that the Dolphins get. If he's there at 13. Who else stood out today? I don't see him. I think he was on the other team. I think 74 was the other guy who stood out from South Dakota State. I got some clips of him coming up, so we're gonna see. But I'm glad our O-line coach was out here looking at the prospects. He's gonna see which one's gonna work with our scheme, which one's not gonna work with our scheme. We're gonna see. But the top 3 guys that I like from this list is Ursery, Jake right here, and I like him too as well. He could play all 3 positions. He did that at USC. A pretty good guy right there. I liked Conley Jr., but he did get bulldozed by Mike Green. So that scares me right there. That scares me. But those are my 4 main guys out of this whole list. My 4 main guys. Who's your receiver choices? That's where we need Metcalf type. We got some receivers coming up, so just be on the lookout for that. I got some clips of the receivers I do like. I do got some clips. Another DN that I like was Landon Jackson out of Arkansas, 6'5", 273. Was it 10-inch hands, 33-inch arms? So this guy, he looks the part as a DN. He definitely looks the part. I don't know where he's gonna get picked in this draft, but I think if you just see him walking off of a bus, you're gonna be intimidated by this guy. You definitely gonna be intimidated. He still needs to be polished though. He still needs some coaching. I remember him out of high school. Like he got that Laremy Tunsil thing about him. That Laremy Tunsil, no hair, no eyebrows. It's intimidating, man. You're gonna see. This is him getting extra work. This KJ Wright, former linebacker for the Seahawks. Y'all remember them times, man? It was him, Bobby Wagner. I forgot the name. Richard Sherman. What's the safety name? Eric something. got that work in. You know, the reason why I'm looking at DNs like this, because we do need a DN with size. You know, we got Chop Robinson and we got Mohamed Kamara. You know, the two big DNs that we still have question marks about them, Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips. We don't know if, you know, everything's going to work out for them next year. We don't know. We do not know, man. So if you're going to add a DN, make sure it's somebody with size. Here we got Landon Jackson up against the best tackle at the Senior Bowl. Good rep right there. Good rep. You know, he uses long arms to his advantage. Got in there with a sack. Ursary, he has to do a better job in regards to that inside move. A better job. You know, but for the most part, he had a great day, all days at the Senior Bowl. Great day. He looked like the best old lineman out there. Looked like the best. You know, if anybody wrote their name down for that number 13 overall pick, you know, Ursary, I would put him in there. I would put him in there.
Network, based out.
I don't know, man. This guy looks scary, bro. He looking scary, but that going to show other teams like, hey, we ain't nothing to play with. The Dolphins ain't nothing to play with, man.
Nashville.
For sure.
It's one question I have for you too is like, how do you tune out all the noise there in draft time? Because you're a potential first, second round pick.
Yeah.
You read, you know, there's Bleacher Report stuff. There's stuff saying like, you know, he's robotic, he's kind of slow here and there. But when we see you out here, you're out here just killing it. So how do you tune out all that noise?
Man, at the end of the day, just be me, you know, be what I've been since I was at a really young age. Just fly around, play the game that I love, and enjoy the moment. Don't really care about what others have to say or others' opinions, whether it be good or bad, you know.
Fam look like an alien. That boy looks like a Martian, bro. Like he came from another planet and started playing football. That's what he looked like.
Just kind of be the person that I know I am.
Yeah. And where do you get like that drive and determination, that motor? You've had, you know, over 6.5 sacks the last few years. Where do you get that? Does that come from your family? Where does that come from?
Yeah, really my parents. Just a real athletic background. Both my parents played collegiate sports. Kind of rolled over to me, and they were like, I mean, they wanted me to be better than them, and their biggest thing to say was just continue to push yourself no matter what. You know, like you can't take days off. You can't take any moment for granted. So really got to embrace the moment. Go your hardest every opportunity you get.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you very much, man.
Thank you. You have a great one.
Thank you, dude.
I mean, y'all let me know what y'all think about Landon Jackson, man. That boy, he's something else, man.
They know.
You know, he came a long way, bro. This was him in high school. Man. You know, I think he just started playing football in high school because of his size alone. You know, he was already 6'5" in high school, over 240. So you're going to try to work with him. But look, no moves, man. No moves. But he came a long way, though. He came a long way. If you're going to get a guy like this, it's like a piece of clay that you got to mold into being the player that you want him to be. You know, but he has all the traits. He has the long arms, you know, the DN size that you really want. You know, it's just the moves and him learning how to play the DN position. That's the only thing that he really need to learn. And he could be like a pretty good player. So that's why they're saying he could be a first or second round pick. I wouldn't spend a first round pick unless I'm like desperate for a DN. Unless I'm desperate. I could see him going to the Ravens. A guy like this, I could see a Ravens getting him. Most definitely. But this was funny right here, man. You know? And he was a 5-star recruit in high school. A 5-star recruit. I'm like, what? This guy, he a 5-star? They're making anybody 5 stars nowadays. Anybody. But you gotta give him props. He got better. At Arkansas, he didn't look like this. He didn't. He was at LSU first, and he transferred over to Arkansas. It's like he's trying to hit a roach on the bag. But you're supposed to hit the bag. My bad, y'all. You're supposed to hit the bag, then do a rip move. He just hitting the bag. You're not supposed to do that right there. You're not. Right here, we got a rep of him against Ursery, the inside move that we just seen. He looked like he got better with the hand usage. Good swim move right there. Based off what we just seen from him from high school, this is a good swim move. Against talent too. He seemed like he loved that inside move. He loved that inside move. But good quickness for a guy who's 270. Good quickness off the ball. Go back down. Right here we have Prince. I'm not gonna say his last name too hard. Prince, we're gonna check him out to see, former Florida Gator. Then he transferred to Ole Miss. He rised up a lot of people draft boards based on what he did at the Senior Bowl. He had a good day today as well. He can do like a JJ Watt. Hey, I could see it. He just need to add a little bit more size. JJ Watt seemed like he was a little bit bigger than Landon, a little bit bigger. But here goes Prince. Let's check him out. Like he tried to do like a rip move. Like he tried to dip his shoulder, then he did a spin move off of that. I never seen this before. Never seen this. That's pretty impressive right there. For a guy who's over 270 doing this, pretty impressive. That boy did a spin move while doing a shoulder dip. That's crazy. You gotta be real athletic to do this. Real athletic. That tackle got confused. I think that's Logan Brown from Kansas. Here we got another clip of Prince. They got him at the 3 technique right here. The 3 technique. So they trust him at the edge, the 3. So a very versatile piece that you could add to your defense. Good move. Good lateral quickness. See, the old lineman can't even get their hands on him. He knows how to stay low. I like that about him as well. He doesn't get up too high. Good pad level. He gonna be at least a second round pick. At least a second round pick. A team gonna fall in love with him. I have some questions in regards to off the field. I do have some questions. I have my reasonings, but he a good player on the field. He was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school, highly touted player. So we're gonna see if he could live up to that 5-star rating that he had coming out of high school. We're gonna see. Here we got another rep of Prince. Let's check this out. Ooh. He pretty good at that spin move. Pretty good. Not bad. Not bad. This was the last rep of the Senior Bowl practices. The last rep. So everybody tuned in on this one. One thing about me, I hate seeing the same move, man. I want to see what different moves that you got in your arsenal that you could use. I want to see all the different moves, man. But Prince, he's showing me if you could do the spin move, you could do a lot of moves. You could do a lot of moves, in my honest opinion. Here we got Harold Fannin up against Sebastian Castro. Let's check this out. Good job by Sebastian. That was a good throw right there. Good throw, but that would have been out of bounds in the NFL. That would have been out of bounds. Sebastian Castro, he opened some eyes today. Not the fastest of people, not the fastest, but technically sound. Iowa is known for making good old linemen, but with Castro, he's one of those DBs that always come out of Iowa. Desmond King, Riley Moss, Cooper DeJean, so Iowa keep on producing DBs that end up being pretty good in the NFL. And hey, Castro, he might be one of them, but I don't think so. But we're gonna see. This was a good rep by him against Harold Fannin. Probably the best tight end in the whole draft. Probably the best. The whole team lit for him. Right here, I think we have Alexander from Toledo. Let's check this out. I'm hearing he had a good day as well. Come on, USC. Could have did better than that. Could have did better, man. Most definitely. Right here we have Damian Martinez. I heard the Dolphins had some conversations with him throughout the Senior Bowl. So it seemed like the Dolphins are looking for that power running back. It's either that or they're just speaking to Martinez based off them being familiar with him being in the backyard. That's probably the case. He's signing everything, man. He's signing everything. And like I told y'all, the Dolphins have shown interest in Miami Hurricanes running back Damian Martinez at the Senior Bowl. So I don't know. Jalen Wright, hopefully he's putting in at work this offseason. His job could be took. Man. So I would still be a little worried about that running back number 2 spot. It's up for grabs right now. It's up for grabs unless Jalen Wright comes out next year and shows us like, yeah, I should have got nobody, and we're going to move whoever we drafted to running back number 3. But I think that's going to make our running back room that much deeper. Damian Martinez, I didn't really have my eye on him. There's some other running backs I like in this draft class that I like a little bit better than Martinez. But we're going to see who the Dolphins select. whoever the Dolphins think will be a good fit, then we're gonna see if that's the person. We're gonna see, but I don't think it's Damian. I do not think so. I just think it's because of the ties that we have with the Hurricanes. That's what I think. Right here we have Tyler Saw. You know that boy looked like Kyle Trask from the Buccaneers. He gonna speak about the Senior Bowl. Everybody talking about Dylan Gabriel. Everybody talking about Riley Leonard. Everybody talking about Jalen Monroe. But nobody talking about Saw. Nobody talking about Saw.
Got a bunch of new receivers.
Now, first day here at the Senior Bowl, how's everything? Has it met all of your expectations thus far?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, man. All these guys are great. Just learning the offense with them and coming out here and competing was good.
Obviously, you're playing with a lot of guys that you haven't played before. What kind of difficulties are you going through in terms of, getting everybody on the right cadence and everything of that nature?
I think we did a good job with the cadences and stuff like that. I think as far as just, you got 3 or 4 new centers that you've never taken snaps with. You got a bunch of new receivers the first time throwing. So overall, I thought it was pretty good, but it's good to kind of get the kinks out with those guys and get some chemistry.
No, absolutely. And as, the practices go on, what are you trying to showcase to the scouts and personnel who are watching you?
I think just showing my experience and, my arm talent, just going out there and operating the offense and doing a good job.
And, on the other hand of that, what kind of perceived, I don't want to call it a weakness, but what are you trying to work on and show the scouts that, hey, I can do this?
Yeah, I think just with my footwork, shoring that up a little bit, making sure that everything is clean, whatever action it may be, and then go out there and make plays.
All right, that's it. Now,
shout out to Tyler. I'm going to show y'all who he looked like. Kyle Trask. He's the current backup for Baker Mayfield, the current backup. Maybe he ends up turning out just like he is. Maybe that solidified backup. He had some time backing up Tom Brady as well on that Super Bowl run for the Buccaneers. So Kyle Trask, he has a lot of experience with football, a lot of experience. And I think Tyler Saw has the same amount of experience that we could use in our quarterback room. If all the other quarterbacks fall to whatever team that they end up going to, this would be a good option if you're just trying to get a backup quarterback in like the 3rd, 4th, 5th round, 6th. This would be a guy that I would try to target. This would be a guy. All right. Here are some of the receivers that attended the Senior Bowl. Jack Beck, Jalen Lane, Daquan Felton, Jalen Royals, Tess Johnson, Ty Felton, Jalen Noel, Jaden Higgins. The guys I've been hearing about the most is Tess Johnson, Jack Beck, Jalen Noel, and Jaden Higgins. Those are the main guys. Jack Beck, I think I told you about him already in my receiver video. This is probably one of my favorite receivers that if we had to invest in a receiver, I would get Jack Beck. He could block, he could catch, pretty decent speed. This is a LSU receiver. He transferred from LSU to go to TCU to get more playing time because he was playing behind Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr. So he found himself at TCU and he balled out his first year at TCU. He balled out. So keep a lookout in regards to Jack Beck. Don't be surprised if we do end up picking him up in like the 2nd, 3rd round. Don't be surprised. We do have other needs, but a guy like this, he's just too good to pass up on. Too good, man. I'm not saying he's going to be Brian Thomas Jr. or Malik Neighbors, but, if you were at the point as to where you're still getting playing time with both of those guys on your football team, that goes to show you that there's some talent there. There's some talent. Ty Felton, he a pretty good receiver too. I like him. Jalen Lane, Daquan Felton. I got to see more of those guys, but all the other guys are outshining them. I think it's because of the quarterbacks that they had at Virginia Tech. He wasn't that good. He was more so a runner. So them boys ain't really get the ball like that. But in the right situation, they could be pretty decent receivers. Pretty decent. But I told y'all which ones I do like. Jack Beck, Jalen Royals, Jalen Noel. Those guys are pretty solid. Pretty solid. Right here we have Jason Taylor's son. He got his hand in the dirt right here. Let's check him out. Good catch. I think Jason Taylor was out here. I think so. Like Mason Taylor, he does a lot of things, but he's not the master of one thing. He's not the master, but he's a pretty okay tight end. But if you're trying to get an upgrade other than Durham Smythe, then Mason Taylor don't seem like that guy. You don't. There's a lot of other good tight ends in this draft class. I think the Dolphins could target, and we don't have to invest too much draft capital to getting a good tight end. We don't. Good save, Taylor. Good save. All right, here we have the head coach of the Titans. He gonna talk about what he plans on doing in this year's draft. What Will Levis got planned for this year's draft. He's not gonna be drafted, but he gonna have to work his ass off because it does seem like the Titans will pick a quarterback with that pick. It does sound like it.
We'll talk about. I think he's going to go spend some time with Jordan Palmer out in California. I really think Jordan's one of the better guys out there right now.
I'll be right
back. He's working with pro quarterbacks, and so hopefully that's a illuminating process for him, a different way of doing things. And so he's going to go do the whole thing. He'll be out there for, I don't know, maybe 2 months or whatever it is with Jordan for that time. And some of the footwork, the base, some of the pocket movement things that have to improve. But I'm excited about that for him. I think it'll be really beneficial. We'll talk about. I think he's going to go spend some time with Jordan Palmer out in California. I really think.
Shout out to the head coach for the Titans. So basically, he's saying that Will Levis will be getting some work in with Jordan Palmer. Pretty good quarterback coach. Same thing with Anthony Richardson. He's going to be working with Josh Allen's quarterback coach. So we're going to see a lot of improvements from Will Levis and Anthony Richardson, in my honest opinion. A lot of good improvements. We're going to see what the Titans do with their personnel and how they can improve the roster for Will Levis. What the Colts are going to do to improve the roster around ATR, we're going to see. And I'm hoping ATR balls out. I'm hoping Will Levis does something, but it seems like the Titans, they will get a quarterback, but I think the Colts, they'll be okay. They'll be okay. And it's serious when the head coach, you catch the head coach out there at the Senior Bowl. That's how you know it's for real. That's how you know. Here you got the receivers going through drills at the Senior Bowl. Let's check this out.
I don't blame it. I mean, it's not good for the game itself, all these transfers, and like you said, the continuity. But, I mean, hey, it's great. But, what you do right now for it, the two quarterbacks in the national championship game were well good.
That's it, Steph. You got to draft dogs.
They're saying Tez Johnson was the best receiver out here. That's what they're saying.
And they're getting
I heard the commander spoke with him. The commander had a lot of communications with him.
Well, they never did though, really.
But they're saying I'm going to go to
Right.
Where did that Montana State? Where did I know Ohio State was trying to get.
He had a good day today. He came out of nowhere. Illinois receiver. I think his name is Pat Bryant.
Last 2 days at the Shrine Bowl was the work kid, guard. He was really good.
But now they get
If you want a big receiver, there goes your guy out of Iowa State, Wiggins. He like 6'3", 205, 210.
Did you go real about affecting eligibility?
Yeah.
We'll continually have 6 and 7.
But then here's the problem.
There go Restrepo right there from UM. Miami had some conversations with him as well. But I don't know, man. I'm tired of the small receivers. It seemed like that's the only thing that we be targeting, the small receivers. The Panthers met up with Walter Nolan at the Senior Bowl. 6'3", 293, finished the season with 48 tackles, 6.5 sacks, 2 fumble recoveries, 2 pass deflections. He earned 2024 consensus All-American. His stock continues to rise. Walter Nolan, when he came into the Senior Bowl, everybody thought he's going to be second, third round pick, but I'm thinking he's a first round pick now. I'm thinking he's a first round pick. Pair him up with Derek Brown. That's nasty right there. That's nasty, man. The name sound like he's a all-star player, Walter Nolan. It does sound like he would be able to do something in the league. He would. His stock continues to rise at Mobile this week, showcasing his talents in front of the scouts. The Panthers met up with a lot of players. I ain't hear nothing about the Dolphins meeting up with them, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. We're going to need that other guy to put alongside Zach Sealer. We're going to need that other guy. Right here we have Taylor Elgersama. I don't know how you say it. Laurel College. 6'4", 216. I don't know if this is a guy that I should keep an eye out for. He came from like a D2. This is probably like a D2 school, so a lower level school. But I don't think he's gonna solve all of our answers at quarterback. I don't think so. I do not think so. Maybe he can, bring him in as a UDFA. I don't think he gets drafted. I do not think he gets drafted. But we're gonna see. He made it to the Senior Bowl, so that should be a sign that he has some type of potential. That could be a sign. Here go John Lynch, the GM for the 49ers. And right here is the GM for the Commanders, watching the O-line, D-line. So it seems like them boys know what they got to look for, especially for their quarterbacks. Brock Purdy, that boy, all he has is Trent Williams. Everybody else is pretty much scrubs on the 49ers. Same thing for the Commanders. Jaden Daniels, he had a rookie lineman out there, a rookie lineman at left tackle playing for him. So they're pretty much looking into fixing that O-line. I'm pretty sure both of those guys are looking to do that for their teams this offseason. I'm pretty sure about that. Front row and center at the O-line and D-line station. Front row and center. Here goes Jalen Milroe. Let's check him out. Dolphins had some conversations with him at the Senior Bowl. And he said the conversations went well. That's what he said.
I get better from now and each and every.
What's up, Jalen? How do you plan to let all the naysayers know that you are one of the top quarterbacks in this draft class?
I think that's not for me to say. I think for me, it's all about how can I get better from now and each and every day that I had the opportunity to play football. And so during this process is important is how can you be better than you were yesterday? The work that you put in today is not for today, it's for tomorrow. The work you put in yesterday was for today. So each and every day that I have the opportunity to get better, now it's time to do so. And so the best thing that I can do is reflect on the 2024 year. What was our weakness turn into a strength? What was my strength turning even stronger? And narrow that focus as a whole, rather than looking at external factors and what didn't take place or who's not behind me. Look at some things that I can improve on. Look at some things that makes me unique, what makes me that consider my strengths, and that's the best thing, as someone that's continuously looking to get better, continues to have people to also push you in the right direction as well. And I have great coaches, great teammates, great parents, also great supporting cast around me. So I know that I will never get complacent, just knowing that, who I am today is going to be different than I was a year from now as I continue to go in this process. So as cliche as it is, it's all about going 1-0. It's all about getting 1% better. And if you do that, you're going to silence all the naysayers.
Yeah, that was a pretty good answer right there. Pretty good answer. By the way Jalen Milroe looks, it like he a cocky quarterback, but he seems like he's humbled. A man of God. That's what it seems like. So, I could rock with a quarterback like this. But if you're getting a backup quarterback like this to back up Tua, you're telling us something, man. The team is telling us something, like they're trying to move off of whatever skill set Tua has. They don't want it no more. That's what that's showing me, because you're going to have Tua in there at quarterback, then change up the whole offense and put Jalen Milroe in there. That's what you're going to do. So we're going to see, man. But Jalen Milroe, I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, but he's going to have to go to the right situation, the right team. You got to build a team around him like the Eagles do if you want to make it real, real far. Give this boy the best O-line. Give him 2 number 1 receivers. Give him a Saquon Barkley, and he going to make something happen with your team. He going to make something happen. You'll use the Eagles as an example as to how you could build your team around a quarterback of this stature. Him and Jalen Hurts, that's my pro comp for him. Him and Jalen Hurts. Right here we have Pat Bryant from Illinois. Illinois or no, it's Illinois, not Syracuse. But let's check him out. Good catch by him. He remind me of the receiver that came out last year, Jalen McMillan. That's who he remind me of. Pretty good hands, around the same height, same weight as Jalen. Pretty good route runner. I think he's from the crib too, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's from Florida. Good coverage by the DB. That's Doran Strong from Virginia Tech. 6'2", 190 something. So he did it against a cornerback with some good size. Very, very good size, but good catch right before out of bounds. Good catch. Oh, ref said no good. Ref said no good. I thought it was just 1 foot. But I guess the Senior Bowl, you have to do 2 feet because you got to get ready for the NFL. They're going to call that. Here we have Marcus Yarns out of Delaware. I never seen this guy before.
Here with
check him out.
Marcus Yarns, the only FCS back in this year's Senior Bowl. Describe your game for me. Give me a self scout.
I'm really like a utilities guy. Whatever you need me to do, I'm gonna do it. Whether that's special teams, or offense, or receiver, or running back. I'm gonna be out there and I'm gonna be able to make some X plays. X plays is 15 yards plus.
NFL comp. It's sort of interesting thinking about your game. I think you're gonna get some comps to Keaton Mitchell, but he goes a little bit more side to side, and you're like a bullet every time you have that ball in your hands. You're looking for that crease, and it's just you run fearless. Obviously, very fast. Do you have a guy that you pattern your game after, or who would you comp your own game to?
2 guys. I say Le'Veon Bell with his patience, and then I say just Jahmyr Gibbs with his explosiveness.
That's a good combo right there. That's a good combo. I wouldn't mind that. Le'Veon Bell, Jahmyr Gibbs. That's the perfect running back. Jahmyr Gibbs, he has the speed. Le'Veon Bell, it just seems like he always find that crease. Always find that crease to find the open hole and get a big game. But hey, that's a good pro comps for yourself. Good pro comps. I'm gonna have to look up his highlights. I might have to.
And his ability to get out in the route too.
You got plenty of explosiveness. Thank you, Marcus. Appreciate you. Here with
shout out to Marcus Yarns. I don't think we would invest in him with the draft pick because of him being similar to what we have in our room already. Being very, very similar.
Senior Bowl's wrapped up. How you feel?
Right here we have Willie Lampkin. We're gonna check him out to see. That would look like a varsity center, a varsity high school center, but he out here with the big dogs.
First practice of the Senior Bowl's wrapped up. How are you feeling today?
I feel good. Got to clean some stuff up. Played center.
this is my first time playing in a while, so just trying to clean stuff up and just get a little bit more comfortable and confident.
Is there anything specific that you're trying to clean up through this week?
I know I had a couple loose snaps, just try to get those cleaned up and just get my technique cleaned up as well.
No, absolutely. Now, a lot of people have talked about potentially moving you to fullback, along the interior. What position?
Fullback. I mean, it makes sense though. By his size, fullback, it makes sense, bro.
Would you be interested in doing that, or are you just trying to stay on the line?
I'm really trying to stay on the line, but if the team that picks me up or drafts me or wants me to play fullback, then I'll definitely play it.
And what are you trying to showcase?
Right now he got to work for his roster spot. That's the only thing he can do. Work for his roster spot, then play a little bit fullback if you want to get some playing time. If you go out there and perform well, they wouldn't mind putting you at center. They wouldn't mind that, man. So he's gonna have to grind for everything that he got in the NFL. You're gonna have to grind. If Aaron Brewer going undefeated, most likely Willie Lampkin probably going undefeated. People gonna be scared off by his size, but that's on him to prove everybody wrong. That's on him.
This week, a lot of scouts, a lot of personnel guys. What are you trying to showcase specifically?
I'm definitely trying to showcase that I can play at the next level and that I can potentially be a starting offensive lineman.
And my final question for you, brother, is there a specific, heading to that next level, is there a specific scheme that you'd like to be a part of?
Any scheme, any team.
Okay. Hey, that low key meant Mike McDaniel and the Dolphins. That's what that meant. That's what that meant, man. But I don't know, man. I do not know. You don't want to double dip with the guy who's like the same, just like your center. You don't want to double dip.
Yeah, Archie's been amazing.
Right here we have Jackson Dart. He gonna speak on Archie Manning. Let's check this out.
Yeah, Archie's been amazing. Me and him have grown a very close relationship.
A lot of Dolphin guys that I'm hearing want this guy to be a Dolphin. A lot of Dolphin guys, but by the way everybody talking about Jackson Dart, he's not going to be there. He might be there at number 13, but I don't think the Dolphins will spend the number 13 pick on a QB. If Jackson Dart was there in the second round, then maybe the Dolphins would try to get Jackson Dart in the second round. But in the first round, if he ends up going that high, I don't think we get Jackson Dart. We're probably going to get a different quarterback. Probably a different one.
Talk to each other on a consistent basis. And, he's been a guy that I really looked up to ever since I was at Ole Miss. So just trying to follow under his wing.
If the Saints called your name, would that be cool too?
No, I'd be blessed wherever. I'm just really looking forward to the process. Yeah, Archie's been amazing.
Good answer. Saints, that might be a spot. They just need to sign a few more players here or there. They need to fix their cap space. They're the definition of the United States, being trillions of dollars in debt. Each year they're the team with the lowest cap space, but they never winning. It makes no sense. But hey, if you want Jackson Dart to go to that team, I think that's where his career going to die if he goes to the New Orleans Saints. So unless they change everything around, they hired the right coach. I'm hearing that's Kellen Moore. He's going down there to New Orleans for the Super Bowl. Then probably right after the Super Bowl, he's signing that contract to be the New Orleans Saints head coach. That's what I think.
Practice been for you?
Right here we have Joshua Conley, a junior out of Oregon, the guy who got bulldozed by Mike Green and that went viral. Let's check him out.
Here with Josh Conley, tackle Oregon Ducks. Josh, how's first practice been for you today at the Senior Bowl?
I feel like it was a decent day. Lots to improve on, but that's why I just go in, watch film, and look at what I need to improve on and go out here and execute the next day.
What is it that you're hoping to show folks out here?
I'm the best tackle in the draft.
Yeah, I don't know about that, fam. I love the confidence, but I don't know about that right there. I do not know about that.
Oregon, you guys switched from Pac-12 to the Big Ten. Just tell me about that transition. What was that like moving from West Coast to Central and like different competition, etc.?
Definitely a lot more traveling. I feel like the competition wasn't any better or worse. I mean, I feel like some of the guys in the Big Ten were a lot bigger, but I don't necessarily think that it was better competition.
Who was the toughest guy that you went against in your entire college career?
Braylon Trice.
Now you played.
Oh, Trice. He's currently playing for the Falcons, but he tore his ACL before the season even started, so he didn't really do nothing his rookie year.
Against Caleb Williams, obviously you weren't on the field at the same time, but in those matchups against Caleb Williams, what did you notice about him? What did you recognize about his game?
Really elusive. He's gonna make plays, and he just does what he does.
There's a lot of talk that the Bears could be looking for an offensive lineman looking in the trenches. What would it mean to join the Bears and maybe protect Caleb Williams?
Hey, I mean, any opportunity is great for me. Blocking for Caleb would probably be a great thing. I mean, somebody I knew through recruiting, and he's a good friend of mine, and I feel like it'd be a great opportunity.
You knew him through recruiting? Like, what was that relationship like?
A little bit. He came to my recruiting dinners and stuff, and when I was hosted by SC, he's somebody that was kind of there through that time. So.
Okay. Shout out to Joshua Conley. Shout out to him. Here we have Gray Zabel here speaking on the Senior Bowl. Let's check him out.
It's the best bowl game you
I just want to talk. You've had a huge performance today. You've looked amazing so far. You're being talked about a ton on social media. I just want to ask you, what does it feel like? How much of a privilege is it to be here in Mobile with these players?
Yeah, it's the best bowl game you can go to. It's a true privilege to be down here competing against some of the best guys every single rep and showcasing the talents that you have, as well as learning from other dudes, learning from guys in the O-line room, and then learning from our coaches down here. It's some of the best coaches in the NFL teaching us, so it's quite the privilege to be down here to be in this game and showcase your talents.
For sure. What's one thing that you're keying in on focusing and improving this week?
Yeah, I would just say my hand placement in pass pro. Just being a little bit cleaner with that, place them in the right spots, and then just kind of playing with my feet, using my athletic ability a little bit more and understanding, make these guys beat me instead of beating myself.
For sure. Keep killing it. Good job today. Yes, sir.
These guys who come from South Dakota State, O-linemen, they always end up working usually. They always do. So I would invest in this guy right here, but, it's just got to be for the right price. I'm not going to spend a first-round pick, maybe not even a second-round pick on this guy. If he falls to the third, so be it. Hey, we'll take him. We'll take him. But first, nah, I can't do it. I cannot. Here we got another rep from the Senior Bowl. Let's check this out. We get a little scrappy.
Oh yeah.
A little scrappy. But the West Virginia tackle, he's known for being a dirty player. He's known for that. I'm not surprised. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
I love the competition. Love the competition. Right here, we got another clip from the Senior Bowl. Let's check this out. There goes John Lynch right there. Who else I see on the sideline? There was the Titans coach. There go I forgot what their name is. I forgot. Give me that. Good catch. Man, I can't believe he caught that right there. Cannot believe it. Right in the gloves, too. Yeah, this guy, he seems like a sleeper guy. He does seem like it. Right here we have Tez Johnson talking about the Super Bowl. Let's check this out.
Makes you a different person, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I take the weight rooms very serious. Like, that's what I do. That's what I do to go in there and become the strongest. Like, no matter what team I'm on, I'm gonna be pound for pound the strongest. So it's one of those things that I take very serious for my game, and I definitely think it helped me a lot for sure.
What would it mean for you if the Denver Broncos went ahead and selected you so that way you can be paired up with Bo Nix?
I mean, playing alongside my brother again would be very, very, that's another dream come true. You can play in the NFL with your brother, that's pretty amazing. Like I said before, like if any of these 32 teams draft me, they by far gonna have one of the best receivers in the draft. So I'll be honored and thankful that any team draft me, but playing alongside my brother would be really cool.
You know, he's giving me the Tank Dell vibes. You know, he weighed in at 150 something, 160 at not the combine, at the Senior Bowl. He weighed in at that much, and we've seen all the injuries that Tank Dell is going through year in and year out. So I'm worried about the health of Tez Johnson. Unless he gets to that 200, 210 range, and he should be okay. He should be okay. But 150, 170, now I don't know. I do not know about that right there.
Overlooked or they don't necessarily talk about. And what's one part of your game?
Right here we have Shamar Stewart.
And what's one part of your game that you feel like people might have overlooked or they don't necessarily talk about as much?
I actually get pressure on the quarterback. That actually blows my mind. People think I can't pass rush.
Why do you think they think that?
Because they see my low sack numbers and think, oh, he just sucks. Like, that's not the case. There's a lot of things that could happen in between now and a starting to play at the end of the play. So.
And what?
That's real, man. Chop, he came into the NFL with not a lot of sacks. You know, he ain't produced sacks in his last year at Penn State or his whole career there at General. But as soon as he got to the NFL, he put up some pretty good numbers in regards to stats. Pretty good numbers for a freshman, too. Not a freshman, a rookie in NFL terms. So with Shamar Stewart, I think it's the same thing, but on the defensive line. Him alongside with Chop Robinson, Zach Sealer, if we get Calais Campbell back, Jalen Phillips, now we're talking money. Now we're talking business with this D-line. If we get Shamar Stewart, now we're talking business, you know. It's kind of warming up in regards to us getting them in the first round now. To me, it's warming up. We already watched that play. The Panthers the Panthers did meet up with Jack Beck at the Senior Bowl. The TCU receiver I told y'all about that backed up Brian Thomas Jr. and Malik Neighbors. You know, so he's meeting up with a lot of NFL teams. He showed out today at the Senior Bowl, all the other days as well, and he's a pretty reliable run blocker. You know, pretty good speed for a receiver his size. You know, his pigment, everything just works with Beck. Everything works. The only issue was that he wasn't able to beat out Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr. at LSU. So that's what caused him to leave, you know, and go to TCU. You know, but I do think he still has talent. He put up crazy numbers this year for TCU. Crazy numbers. And I think once he go to a good NFL team, he's going to be able to show out and ball out. I'm telling you. This is one of my favorite receivers in this draft class. One of my favorite. Right here, we have Jalen Monroe with the throw. He's going to be throwing it to Brashad Smith on this one. Bam, good catch. This is a linebacker right here. A linebacker. Man, come on, Six. You Florida Nation. You Florida Gator Nation, man. You can't be letting that happen to you, fam. Just dusted him. That's what I'm saying. Brashad Smith, this is one of my draft crushes right here. One of my favorite. One of my favorite. He running right past this linebacker like it's nothing. Like it's nothing, man. That's all you really need. That's all you really need to see right there. That's it. And he from the crib too. Right here we have Billy Bowman, a 5'10" safety out of Oklahoma. He has been showing some flashes as well. Let's check him out.
And your season overall?
Man, the season was actually, we didn't have the record we wanted to, but it was the most fun I had in the season, in my college career. It was great to be in the SEC and go against the best.
One thing I don't like about Bowman is his size, but I'm getting that Tyrann Mathieu type of feel in regards to him not being the size that you really want at that position. So he gonna make it work. He gonna make it work.
Talk to me about, last year you were all over the place, scoring left and right, picking things up. You're a natural playmaker. Talk to me about how you've been able to build on that every season.
Yes, sir. I just feel like it's preparation, being able to, study those quarterbacks, study the offense, see formations, know what you're getting out of them. And I just feel like, it comes with time. Just over time, you get more repetition at it, the easier it comes.
GM calls, want to know what type of player they're getting. What are you telling them?
I'm a playmaker. Like you said a minute ago, I'm a playmaker. I'm going to go find that ball. But most importantly, I want to win. So I'm a team player and going to do what it takes.
What part of the field like to play most? Coverage, get online, beat up that running back, get a sack, tackle for us. What's your favorite part of playing on defense?
Either or, I like getting in that main coverage, strapping people, locking it down. And also, I love and feel most comfortable, being on that roof, being a center fielder back there, reading everything and going to attack that ball.
Well, you're definitely a field general for sure.
Yes, sir.
We ask everybody the same question. You can only have one last bowl of cereal. What are you going with?
Last bowl of cereal, I'm going to have to go with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing in my head. The same thing, man. But shout out to Billy Bowman. If he's there in the 5th, 6th round, this would be a guy that you would target. But, there's other good safeties that could fall into your lap in this draft. A lot of good safeties.
And sometimes,
Here's Mike Vrabel, the new head coach for the Patriots, over there at the Senior Bowl. I haven't seen Mike McDaniel once. I have not seen Mike McDaniel once, man. That's a concern right there. That's a concern.
well, we want to see it through the same lens. And sometimes, what we see is slightly different. And having conversations is important, but we got to make sure that we're bringing in great people, that we believe in the people, that we trust in the people, and that the ability also matches, how the level of trust that we have in the players and people that we bring in.
Someone in my position, it's good for me to, kind of put a face with a name, put a face with a tape, trying to see what these guys are all about and try to see if they'll fit our culture and what Coach Vrabel's trying to build.
I like to think as the personnel group, the scouts, pro, college, we're kind of a team, and it's our locker room, and the more you're around him, the more you understand what that means when he says this, or I know by his voice, his inflection, that he's really fired up about this. Well, we want to...
Hey, that boy Mike Vrabel, he working. What the Dolphins doing? What the Dolphins doing, man? I hate this right here. Hate it. Right here we have another tape. I think this is Landon. Yeah, that was late 91. All right. Shamir Stewart, that boy causing havoc, man. So he kind of helped with the pressure, but Shamir Stewart, he seemed like he's going to be a game changer for whatever D line he go to. A game changer. Right here we have a throwing rep from Jalen Monroe to Royals. Let's check this out. Now that's a throw right there. I thought that was water right there. I thought that was water. I give the route running like a 7, 6.5. I give it around that range. That's what I think. Right. Let me find my place again. Okay, I think I found it now. Right here we have the Titans GM. He gonna talk about what his plans are for this draft.
Smart, engaging, confident kid. We had a great conversation with him. It wasn't that long. It was the first opportunity we had to really sit down and talk with him. And, this is a process, so we look forward to talking with him again. Really enjoyed talking.
That means that they're gonna get rid of Will Levis. They're gonna get rid of him. That's what this means. Watch. I bet y'all. I bet y'all. He gone. He a goner. We watched this play before. Here we have a little interview of Jackson Dart. Let's check this out.
People to really know, the kind of. Well, I think the biggest part is the interviews, getting the exposure and getting people to really know, the kind of person that I am, really what I'm about, and at the same time, just being able to, learn these NFL systems a little bit, and the terminology and whatnot. I feel like I've, ran all these exact same concepts, but terminology-wise and play calling wise, it's just a little bit longer. So just being able to get that experience has been huge.
Time flies, Jackson. It seems like yesterday I was watching you go into the game against Washington State playing for the USC Trojans, and you went for about 400 yards that day, 4 touchdowns. I mean, you were a big-timer bursting onto the scene. Now you've spent a couple years in Coach Kiffin's offense, Coach Weiss's offense. What do you think about that experience there in Oxford, Mississippi has prepared you for this next level?
Yeah, I've loved it. Honestly, each year improving our offense and the different schemes and personnel groupings and really just everything involved. Felt like we kind of took it to another level this year, especially in the pass game, which was a lot of fun. I think that there's a little misconception about the offense that I play in. People like to compare, me to Matt Corral, which I get it, us being Ole Miss quarterbacks, but we also had 2 different offense coordinators. And, I love what Coach Weiss has done. He's had a ton of NFL experience for himself. Obviously, his dad being a Super Bowl winning coach. And then at the same time, bringing on Coach Judge, who has also had a ton of years in the NFL and was once a head coach just recently. So, scheme-wise and all that development part of things, I feel like they've really done a great job of, putting me in position to, take that next leap to the NFL.
Okay, so that means that Lane Kiffin has been working with them to show him everything that an NFL quarterback would do. Everything, and it seems like he's going to be able to implement that into the NFL, and he's going to be pro ready. I don't think like the first thing that he goes in that he will be pro ready, but I think it's going to take him like maybe a whole year to be pro ready. That's what I think. But he has some potential. I'll let him sit behind a good quarterback, and we're going to see if we can get something out of this guy. We're going to see. So, like I said, a second round pick, I would invest in a quarterback like this. But I wouldn't spend a first round pick on any of the quarterbacks in this draft class, especially at number 13. I wouldn't. Cam Ward, I would, but we all know Cam Ward going number 1 to the Titans. We all know that. Right here we have Trevor Etienne, the brother of Travis Etienne. At the Senior Bowl. Let's check him out. Pretty good route. You know, number 32, he was once considered the best linebacker in this whole draft class. Once considered that, you know, but now he kind of like fell off based off the last few years at Georgia. Kind of fell off. Good catch. Like, I don't trust him off the field because he just be pulling some antics. That's it. And I want to judge him based off of what he does off the field. But on the field, he definitely is a decent running back. He's not his brother, but he's a decent running back. Right here, we have some of the routes of Tez Johnson at the Senior Bowl. Let's check this out. Great route, good separation. Good throw by the quarterback. Excuse me. Take off. Ooh, got you. Beautiful route right there, man. You know, these drills are not set up for the DBs to win. They not. They're not. But Tez Johnson, like I said, this guy reminds me of the next Tank Dell, and that kind of scares me. How are you gonna stay durable compared to Jake? Whatchamacallit? Compared to Tank Dell, my bad. Tank Dell already had 2 broken legs in the NFL. 2 broken legs, bro. So I don't know how much longer he could withstand the hitting of the NFL. Tank Dell. Same thing with Tez Johnson. You know, I'm not hearing no reports of injuries, but you know, when you a $160, a $165, I'm starting to worry about you on the football field. And then you get hit by somebody 330 pounds that could run a 4.4. You gone, you vanishing in midair. Nobody seeing you no more. After that, nobody. But yeah, he probably is the best route runner in this whole class. The best route runner. Tez Johnson.
Here with Big Walter Nolan.
Right. Here we have Walter Nolan. Let's check out what he has to say.
Nolan, man. I call him Big Walter, dog. Man, talk to me about this process, man. I just heard you on the podium say, man, there's a lot of top guys didn't want to come and compete. You just wanted to come and compete, man. So just talk to me about your competition today in practice the past couple days.
You know, I feel like I've been very competitive since I got here. You know, you're not gonna always win all the reps clean, but for the most part, I feel like I've been very competitive and in the winning nature.
And you talked about the transition from A&M to Ole Miss. What is something that in that transition that you took and that you just really just expanded on and helped you gain your success through that Ole Miss season this year?
Really just all the little things. You know, I just really tried to focus on little things. You know, and shit. Honestly, when I was at A&M, I wouldn't say I wasn't locked in, but I wasn't focused on the small details of the game. And now I'm starting to focus on them.
And just talk to me and tell the future players that's coming up how important is focusing into those details, because they can make or break a season sometimes.
They can make or break a season. You know, I feel like the losses we had this season because of small details. I regret I don't regret it, but you know, I hate when we have the season that we wanted.
Right.
You know, for any player that really got questions about the small details, the higher level you go, the more you got to be focused in on the small things. It's a small thing that separates you. You know, really, it's the small things on the field that's gonna separate you.
And our platform is called Students of the Game. What does being a student of the game mean to you?
Really, just being able to be coachable. You know, ask questions whenever you got them. Don't be scared to ask questions. I really feel like ain't no question too dumb to ask. You know, it's just for clarification. So.
I'm kind of getting like Jalen Carter vibes from him. Jalen Carter, but not like the playing style, but just like his demeanor and how Jalen Carter acted last year.
And lastly, man, this is my brother question. He been asking all the prospects and stuff. You get that call. Let's just say my Titans draft you. You get that call. You with your family. You pick up your phone. Who's the first person you call?
I don't know. I feel like everybody I need to call gonna be with me. So
Okay, so you just like, I'm just gonna check my messages then. I dig that. Man, thanks for coming on Students of the Game, Big Walter, man. For sure.
Shout out to Walter Nolan, man. He really grew in my eyes based off what he did at the Senior Bowl. He really grew. Here go Prince. He gonna talk about what makes him the best edge guy in the whole draft class. Let's hear what he got to say about that.
What would you say as far as, obviously you're one of the top 2 or 3 popular names on Falcons media right now that fans are really clamoring for. What would be something that'd be different, ending up wrapping up this week as far as why fans should feel that way for you?
Why fans should feel like they want me? I feel like I'm the best. I feel like I'm the best edge rusher in college football. I feel like I'm the most complete when it comes to size. When it comes to size and production, I feel like in the last 2 seasons, no other person in this class has produced as much as me.
What would you say as far as, obviously you're one of the top?
He a real confident, cocky guy. Real confident, cocky guy. Not all NFL teams gonna want to deal with this, but he got the tape to show for it. He do, especially him out here against competition. He showed that he could do something out there, man. He built like a DN, but he has the weight of a D tackle. I wouldn't put him at the 0 technique, but I would put him at the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, 8, the 9. He could do all of the things that you would want a D lineman to do. All the things except for playing nose. You probably can't do that right there. Probably can't. And like I told you earlier, the Dolphins have been scouting most of the quarterbacks at the Senior Bowl. Most of the quarterbacks. So it's kind of guaranteed at this point that the Dolphins will draft a quarterback. Guaranteed, man. So Dolphins, please don't get this wrong. Please don't get this wrong. You had the opportunity to watch all these guys practice for multiple days so you could figure out who's going to be that guy for the team. When I heard that they're talking to Jalen Milroe, I was like, oh my, I don't know what them boys got going on. But then the next day they talking to Dylan Gabriel, which makes more sense. So I don't know what the Dolphins really got planned out, man. It seems like they're looking at different type of quarterbacks. It's not just one specific quarterback. But that to me personally, I feel like that's a sign saying like, man, we want something different. We're not okay with another quarterback like Tua. That's what I think. They're probably talking to Dylan Gabriel just to make sure like they got a good feel and grasp on him, just in case if no other quarterback falls to the Dolphins, they could get him to be in the building. They could get him. But we're going to see. Hey, Chris Greer, you got to be cooking. Got to be cooking. This your last year, fam. Last year. Please sign the right people. And please draft the right players, man. And you can fix this future. Please do. Please do. Don't drop all your mistakes on Dolphin fans. Please don't do that. Right here we have Prince. 11 on 11. Let's check this out. Good stutter step. Going to the inside. Excuse me. Good move. As soon as he put his hands on you, that's when you got to avoid the hand usage. Get under that, then boom, you're straight to the quarterback. Good job by Prince on this one. Good job. Not sure who the guard is from North Dakota State right here. I'm not too sure. me see.
To ever be in the NFL. You know, not a lot of people talk.
Right here we have more of Jackson Dart. Let's check this out to see what he's talking about.
Talk about the NFL coaching experience that we have. I mean, at one time, Coach Kiffin was the youngest head coach to ever be in the NFL, and then Coach Judge, obviously, his experience with the Patriots, and then him being a head coach for the Giants. Like, there's not a really, and Coach Weiss as well, so there's not a really better staff when it comes to that. And I felt like I just learned so much. I was just a sponge out there for him and trying to take in as much information and wisdom as I could.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I think a lot of people around the country don't understand how experienced Ole Miss's staff is. But, man, I learned a lot. You know, Joe Judge, he was a head coach. Yeah, so he taught us a lot of stuff that the NFL wants to see. Even my position coach, Lou Spanos, he was with the Steelers for 15 years. So just having all that experience, I think, really helped me take my game to the next level this season.
Yeah, Joe Judge was
Yeah, that was a good answer. That was a good answer right there, man.
definitely a huge asset this last year, especially just, I mean, he did a lot more scheme stuff, but just to kind of tell me what to expect at the next level after the season and help me prepare for some of these interviews and kind of just told me how it would be and put me in contact with some other specialists that he had in the NFL was big for sure.
But yeah, man. Jackson Dart, you heard from him. You heard from Prince. Anybody else, just DM me, comment under one of my posts, and I'll see if I can do that first. I'll go do that for your boy.
What do you think scouts and GMs are going to start to realize here at the Senior Bowl and as we get closer to the draft?
I think the biggest thing is just me being around them getting to see me as a person, what I'm really about as a competitor. At the same time, they weren't able to watch my tape, until the season's over. So I understood things were going to start to pick up more and more, and felt like I put out a good product to display through my career. So, just excited to come out here and compete.
100%, man. One more. There are several NFL quarterbacks who we can consider dual threats in terms of passing the ball and running the ball. There's a subset of those quarterbacks who we put in the category of rushing or scrambling quarterbacks. Which NFL quarterback do you think you have a similar cadence to in terms of combination of passing and running the ball?
I think I could do things similar. I mean, not like Josh can do it. But,
sure.
That's somebody that I love to watch. Also love to watch Jalen Hurts and what he does. He's been huge for me, and Baker Mayfield as well.
There are a lot of people, pegging you as some.
Out of all those guys, the one he's probably most similar to is Baker Mayfield. Probably the most similar, but hey, he might prove me wrong and show me that he's way faster than Baker, a better arm and everything, man. He might. He just might. Let me see what else we got. We got a lot of videos for y'all, man. A lot of videos.
Running through the tunnel.
Right here we have let me see. We have Dorian Strong, a cornerback out of Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech, they know how to produce cornerbacks. So we're gonna check out what he got going on and how's life going for him in this draft. Let's hear what he has to say.
All right, first thing I want to ask you. So, running through the tunnel, touching the Hokie Stone, hearing Enter Sandman playing, hearing that crowd going crazy. What is that like?
Yeah, that's super exciting. I ain't gonna lie, it's really nerve-wracking. Still get chills to this day. Definitely gonna miss it. I feel like, man, just being at Tech really, just helped me, grow as a man, grow as a person. A lot of character at that place, a lot of love, a lot of genuine people in there. So I feel like, it's the best thing ever. We got one of the best entrances in all of college football. And after COVID, because I went in COVID, there was nobody in there. Man, that first game we played UNC in 2021, that was like the craziest thing ever. That was insane. So that's super good.
And what is your message for Hokie Nation as we move forward? Just kind of next year and the years on.
Yeah, man, just believe in the Hokies, man. Don't lose faith in the football team ever. Just keep being who y'all are. Just keep being a supporting, loving community and exciting community. Because like you said, you make a play in there, y'all get hyped, and we feel it. And we love it. We love every bit of it. I love every bit of it. I don't know if there's gonna be an NFL team that can match that. So we'll see. But Hokie Nation, I love y'all.
Shout out to Dorian Strong on that interview. Shout out to him. And right here we have that boy Dan Mitchell talking to who? No, Jalen. No, Noah Jalen. Let's hear what he got to say about this.
Can improve to. I'm here with Jalen Noel from at Iowa State. Jalen, solid practice so far. Almost seemed to be unguardable. Is that something you're bringing in year one into the NFL?
Oh yeah, I definitely think so. I'm always trying to perfect my craft and find out the small things I can improve to be able to do that in year one.
So where are you most comfortable? Is this something that is exclusively out of the slot, or are you also comfortable out on the outside of the perimeter if an organization asks you to do that?
Yeah, I feel like I'm very versatile. Anything an organization will want me to do, I'd be willing to do, of course. And I feel like I have a high Q of the game, so moving me around wouldn't be a problem for me.
And so one DB in the NFL right now that you would most like to go up against?
I would say Derek Stingley. I feel like he's probably top 2 deep corners in the league right
Oh, he confident. He confident. That boy say Derek Stingley.
now. So, yeah, him for sure.
Best of luck, man. Seriously, I appreciate you, man. I'm here with Jalen Noel.
Derek Stingley. He was like what, a 5-6 star recruit when he was coming out. I'm pretty sure about that.
From at Iowa State. Jalen, solid practice so far. Almost seemed to be unguardable. Is that something you're bringing in year one into the NFL?
Oh yeah, I definitely think so.
All right. The Dolphins have met with Miami offensive lineman Jalen Rivers. For those who don't know, he had an okay day today. You know, you really like him because of his arm length. You know, very, very long arms, but he's still a stout person to the ground. You know, so nobody could really push him off of his pivot, to be honest. Nobody can. You know, he's a little bit too up on this, but we could work with that. We could work with that. Let me see here. Okay, the volume is down. I think this is Walter Nolan against Will Lampkin. Let's check this out. Just too easy. Too easy. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins get this guy in the first round. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, and I'm also hearing rumors that the Jacksonville Jaguars might try to make a move for TT over there with the he's actually a rookie, but let's say if the Jaguars do get how you say his name? I'm just going to call him T. McMillan. That's all I'm going to say. If the Jacksonville Jaguars get T. McMillan and Brian Thomas Jr., I think this is the best receiving duo in all the NFL. The best receiving duo in all the NFL. Y'all, you could argue with me all you want, but I think this would be the best. To be real, man. And you know, Brian Thomas Jr., he's gonna have the speed, and then JT would have the strength and the jump ball ability as well, and the blocking ability as well to help out this offense with the Jaguars. You know, but that's what my honest opinion is. That's what I think. But if you let the Detroit Lions get to that point as to where they got this guy on their team, not the Detroit Lions, the Jaguars. Jaguars, I'm not really too worried, but at the same time, Trevor Lawrence, he could just pop off at any time. He could pop off at any time and become a good team. And you put the right pieces around him, like this duo right here, is over. It's over. Right here we have Walter Nolan. We're gonna check him out to see how he looks like out there. You know, it looked like he got enough size to play DN as well. He's a little bit too small for D tackle, but he probably converted from a D tackle. That boy got low on that rip. Okay, Walter Nolan. Here are the QBs that the Dolphins are scouting: Jackson Dart, Dylan Gabriel, Jalen Monroe, Riley Leonard, Taylor Algers Algersma. I'm just going to say Taylor. And you got Jason Taylor's son as well. That's another guy that I heard that had some interest with the Dolphins. We're gonna see who comes out on top, man. They're gonna do process of elimination, and they're gonna choose as to who they're gonna keep on this team and who they're not gonna keep on this team. They're gonna decide. But me personally, um, I hate to say I gotta say Monroe, man. Monroe, he has a pretty strong arm, but in regards to getting it to the right place at the right time, I don't know. I do not know. Right here, I have another clip of. Give me one moment. I see. Wait, is this the Buccaneers? Okay. But yeah, that's a good throw by Tyler right there. Good throw. Ball and wobble. Throwing with a defender right behind him. This quarterback is brave, man. Jared Goff, definitely a good quarterback. Not elite, but a good quarterback. Right here we have Dorian Strong at cornerback. Let's check out what he does. Just pressed him. That's just solid coverage by Strong. Solid coverage. He not short too, around 6'1", 6'2", 200, 190. He just got to run in the 4.45s or under, around that range. All right. Next up, we have Jackson Dart with some amazing throws. Let's check them out. Wide open.
Both of those guys.
Threw him open on that one. I like that one right there. I like that one. Again, good catch. Yeah. Jackson Dart, he don't look too bad, man. He doesn't. Pretty pro level throws on that little clip right there. So I wouldn't question his age. I wouldn't. Right here we have Ariante Ursary. Like I told y'all, the best tackle in this whole offensive line group. The best offensive lineman, that's him. Put that ball on the ground. I wonder if he wrestled before. You just gotta make sure when you're in this stance, one foot is a little bit back and the other one's a little bit forward. So as soon as you could get up out of your stance, you ready. You ready. It seems like Clay Thompson, not Clay, but it seems like this DN right here wasn't ready. This is Landon. I think we watched this earlier in this live stream. I think we watched this. He tried multiple moves, but none of them worked. None of them worked. But hey, that's Ursary right here. Like I told y'all, he had play at number 13 for us. He had play at number 13. And here goes Willie Lampkins, height, weight, hand size, arm length. One of the smallest old linemen I've ever seen. One of the smallest. But we're going to see if he could be able to make a name for himself in the NFL. We're going to see. Like I told y'all, the Panthers have some interest. So we're going to see if they pull the trigger on getting a guy like this to be able to help Bryce Young to look over the line when you have a center that he's taller than or the same height at. So Panthers would be the perfect fit for Lampkin. Most definitely.
I want to come in and see you guys, man.
Here's Cristobal, coming to see the guys who made the let me see. So coming to see the guys who made the Senior Bowl. I think this is Damian Martinez. This is what you call a coach right here. This is what you call a coach.
Scouting the running backs. Down here helping the Senior Bowl out.
Right here we have Chris Johnson, the legend, the great, the guy that we hope Devon Achane could become one day. Chris Johnson. Let's check out what he has to say about this modern day of football. Let's see.
Scouting the running backs, taking them around, making sure they get to the place they need to get to, and also giving them knowledge, just talk to them about the game. Also help mentoring these kids and let them know, because when you come here, there's so much going on, and it's just you have to stay focused and compete. But the overall mainly thing that I'm doing is scouting the running backs, and something that I would like to continue to do, and hopefully I can get with a team and help them out with scouting the running backs and mentorship and all those type of things. So that's really what I'm doing, to get my feet wet. From when I thought about it and things like that, and just come from me having a career and watching so much tape, thinking it's just really watch tape, but it's much more than that. So when I came to the scout school and went through everything and sat down for a couple of days and figuring stuff out, and then actually going to college games and scouting kids, and reporting back to Jim Nagy and stuff like that, it's amazing. It's a way for me to stay in the game and actually to stay up on how the game is changing. We got some good running backs in this year's class. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people. I think it's going to be a good class, and I think they're going to help themselves out a lot out here. A young kid, coming from a smaller school, then coming out here, being able to compete against all the top talent around the country. I was so ready to come out here and prove that I belong on the field with those guys. So for them, it's just me trying to let them know to come out here and don't think too much about it, just compete and just show that you belong out here. Yes, I loved it, because I know me coming in, Andre Allison had went the year before me, which was he came from out of ECU, and then for me to come right back after him and just continue to put ECU on the map, it's a thing to get your college on the map as well.
Jay, on your pendant there, that's your daughter Honey, is that right?
Yeah, that's Honey, Miss Amy. She done met Honey before.
Okay.
Like that. So yeah, I got Honey, and then I got the twin boys that play football. They're 12 years old. So.
How are the twin boys doing? Are they shaping up to be pretty good athletes?
Yeah, they're doing real good, doing very.
Hey, hopefully they faster than Chris Johnson. Hopefully, man. And then after that, they gonna become Dolphins. Hopefully, but shout out to CJ2K. One of the best of all time, one of the best to ever do it, one of the fastest of all time. I wish I could say he's the fastest of all time, but John Ross took that away from him, so we can't give him that crown no more. We can't. But he's still a legend, though. Still a legend. Hopefully, Devon Achane could turn into him one day. Hopefully. Here we have more Jackson Dart.
And Bubba's been so great. It's been awesome to be around him, and his energy is super contagious. And I could definitely see him being a head coach one day. But it's a lot of fun, and it's wonderful to learn from him. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, this was a no-brainer for me, and I'm sure a lot of guys to come here just to be in the situations like that. And Bubba's been so great. It's been awesome to be around him, and his energy is super contagious. And I could definitely see him being a head coach one day. But it's a lot of fun, and it's wonderful to learn from him.
Yeah, he seemed like a guy that won't, mess up in Miami. He won't. If he could get coached up correctly, he would be able to do some things in Miami. But I know he not gonna fall to our pick. I think he going top 10, in my honest opinion. There's a lot of teams who are desperate for a quarterback, and they gonna fall in love with Jackson Dart, and they gonna end up taking them in the top 10 before the Dolphins do ever get a chance to get him. I know that for a fact. Here we have one-on-ones with the receivers and cornerbacks. Let's check this out. He almost got that with one hand. Almost. You got to throw that a little better. A little better. With this receiver right here, Beck, I think he's more so of like a receiver that's a tight end, in my honest opinion. That's what he's more so of in my honest opinion. A receiver that's a tight end, watch his blocking tape. Definitely a good blocker out there. There goes Jason Taylor's son. He remind me of Brenton Strange, the tight end for the Jaguars. An average tight end. It just seems like he's not elite at anything. Like even on that play, no separation. No separation. Let's see what he does on this one. Let's see. RJ Harvey versus Shamir James. Shout out to him. Yeah, he stopped too quick, man. That boy got on there. You can't break down like that, especially in a practice spot like this. You can't really break down like that in front of the running back and expect to make a play on this. You can't do that. It seems like he get fooled easily. Number 6, he's not a slow linebacker. He's not a slow linebacker. I don't ever remember RJ Harvey being this good. I don't. Right here we have Dylan Gabriel. They're saying that he clocked in at a 62 miles per hour throw, which is better than Josh Allen and Joel Milton. A guy of this stature, he's able to throw like this. That's impressive. That's impressive. But are y'all willing to deal with another quarterback just like Tua for another 4 years? No matter if Mike Daniel or Tua are here or not, whoever the next head coach would be would have to deal with Dylan Gabriel. Even though the team trying to move off of a quarterback like Tua, but you know he dicing them, but they just not catching the ball. Hold on, I lost my spot. I'll be having everything lined up for y'all, man. Right here, I think I'm gonna get copywritten for this, so I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. Biggest winners from day one of the Senior Bowl, Gray Zabel. He had a good day. Jalen Noel, he had a good day. Elijah Arroyo, he looked like he had a good day as well. Jack Beck, like I told you, one of my favorite receivers in this whole draft class. Omar Norman Lott, I'm not too sure about him, but Maxwell Harrison, he's definitely a valid person. Definitely a valid person. Okay. Florida should be on this list for sure. Florida. Right. Right here we have Mike Green talking about his performance today at the Senior Bowl. Let's check this out.
It's a great opportunity for us to come out here and just show our skill set and prove some points to some people.
You've been one of the biggest risers kind of in the draft conversation with your skill set. How does it feel to prove, like being able to get the weight up, all that stuff, kind of prove some of those things that people have been nitpicking you about, and just be able to come out here and showcase it?
Yeah, I think everybody is going to have their opportunity to nitpick and do things and say things about people, but at the same time, there's always going to be deficiencies in people. Like my arm length for a fact, and I think me being out here just is I'm trying to prove a point, and that's I can set the edge regardless of how long my arms are, or how heavy I weigh.
How would you?
With him, he reminded me a little of Von Miller when he was coming out of Texas A&M. So Mike Green, I think he's one of those ones like you can't mess up on him. You can't mess up. This is a guaranteed top 15 pick right here. Guaranteed top 15. Before this draft, everybody was considering him a second, third round pick because of the school that he went to. He came to the Senior Bowl, did the same thing that he did at Marshall. Now NFL teams are probably willing to get him in the first round. Nick Bonito, that's another comparison. Nick Bonito with the Broncos. All right, and here we have, who is this? Sacramento State inside O-lineman Jackson Slater had a great day at the Senior Bowl serving the Quinn Muriner's crop top role. Who impressed him the most in his group? UNT center Willie Lampkin, 5'10", 270. Ballin. Lampkin is a great communicator. So the small center that we've seen, he's getting love from
I think,
right here.
a lot of the interior guys have done a really good. I mean, honestly, our whole line are really good players. Willie Lampkin.
There you go.
Undersized guy.
He's my size. He's like my height.
Yeah, and he's out there balling. I think he's a really good player, a good communicator. So it's been awesome.
That's a great mention. Social media is loving him.
Yeah.
Who's somebody in your position?
Yeah, everybody showing love to Willie Lampkin, man. No matter what y'all say about his height, his size, everybody still showing love to that boy. Everybody. Right here's another rep. Shamir James versus Trevor Etienne. Let's check this out. Former teammates. Good pass deflection. I think Shamir played safety before, if I'm not mistaken. I think he played safety. But that was good coverage. Very, very good coverage. He tried his best. But this is how you mirror, somebody on offense. This is what you do right here. Right here, I got some clips of Walter Nolan. We're going to check him out to see what he did today at the Senior Bowl. Decent recovery, but he got back there. Everybody putting that work in. Let me see what's next. See, Jalen Hurts, he's not making this pass right here. He's not. He hold the ball for way too long. It's like he waits till his body winds up to throw the ball. So I don't know how I feel about this D3, D2 quarterback. I'm not too sure how I feel about him. Not too sure. All right. Right here we have Xavier Restrepo, I think so. I think the Dolphins met up with him today. So there could be some interest there, but I'm tired of the small receivers. I'm tired. I'm real tired. Y'all, please go get DK. Please go get a big guy. Please. Restrepo, a good route runner. Very, very good route runner. Oh, that's a PI right there. I love him because he went to the University of Miami, but, we just don't need another receiver like this. We don't. Good catch before going out of bounds. Bad throws by the quarterbacks, to be honest. Some bad throws.
I got my guy, Ollie G. Students of the
Right here we have Ollie Gordon. Let's check out what he has to say about the Senior Bowl.
game here with Greenville Sports Media, but I got my guy, Ollie G, with me, man.
You know
And
it.
Ollie, man, this has just been a great experience, man. I saw you in practice doing your thing. So just tell me about how you just soaking in the experience.
I feel like it's a huge experience just because it's a college all-star game. You normally see the league doing that. You don't see colleges doing that. But, for us to be here, all the players that's here, and for us to get to play with each other, I feel like it's huge,
Dig that. And I like to just jump off into fun questions, man. What was your best game or favorite game or most memorable this season?
I would say most memorable when we played OU. That's our rival. And my boy Dylan Gabriel's on that team. He can tell you all about that too. But, it was just, it was just fun. We turned Oklahoma up that night. Couldn't go wrong with it.
And speaking of that, man, like, what was the celebrations like? Because I got an Oklahoma fan that I'm going to show this to, man, and I got to rub it in. So what was the celebrations like when y'all beat OU, man?
Man, all you got to do is pull up the YouTube video of them storming the field.
And that'll say less.
You know it.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just something off with him. He's one of those players that there's an issue off the field. And I forgot what exactly he went through. I think he beat up on his GF. I think that's what I heard. But he has a lot of off the field issues. I think he's gonna be a sixth, seventh round pick, maybe even fifth. That's what I'm thinking. But he's a very good talent. If you could fine tune him, like he wouldn't fit in the locker room with Miami Daniel. Not this type of guy. I don't think so.
Well, Ali G, man, another question, man. What does being a student of the game mean to you?
Just being able to retain everything, take it in and learn it. Everywhere you go, not gonna be the same thing you learned at the previous place. So you got to take what you learned at the previous place and be able to apply that to your new place and be able to function off of that. Keep the memory of it all.
Love it, love it. And lastly, this is a question from my brother, man. You just got drafted by my Tennessee Titans. You in the backfield, and you got your family already with you. Y'all in the green room. You pick up that phone when you get through taking your picture and your interview. Who you call? First person you call.
That's a great question. I can't say mom, because mom's gonna be right next to me.
With you.
Can't say my brother, he gonna be right there with me. I think I'm gonna have to call the homies I train with to see where they going. I gotta find out where my guys going, see if we're gonna be close or not.
And that's the most popular answer too. I gotta call my dogs in the group chat. I gotta call my guys, man.
They probably declined it though because they call coming or they already got their call. They still on their call.
See, look, man, that's when you big time like Ali. They decline the calls. They got other calls coming in from NFL teams, man. Man, thanks for coming on Students of the Game, man. Appreciate you, man.
Man, I wish I could do that. I wish, bro. Each year I say I'm gonna go to the Senior Bowl, but this year I ain't go. Bro, hopefully God could work in my favor and help me go to the Senior Bowl next year. Maybe. I might make it happen.
Well, with the consensus board ranking of 9, Ty Felton is crushing the Senior Bowl so far. Maryland wide receiver came into the Senior Bowl with the consensus board ranking of 94. That's probably going to go up. This was the highlight play from day one. His ability to track the ball deep. The speed, too, is what really stuck out. 96 catches, over 1,000 yards at Maryland. The yards after the catch, that ability stood out in his tape. Nice little slant here, and he's going to catch an in-breaking route from Ronnie Leonard at 11-on-11. Ty Felton, the wide receiver that probably did himself the most favors here down at the Senior Bowl so far. Ty Felton is crushed.
Like I said, Dolphins, we don't really need a wide receiver, but if we are looking at wide receivers, this would be another guy that I would look into. A little bit taller than the guys that we have, but at the same time, I just think he will be a better fit with a different team. He'll be a way better fit with a different team. Us, I just think we need that big presence at receiver. We already got that big presence at tight end, but we need to address it at receiver. We need to address it. And Tay Felton, he could be one of those people, but I don't know. I think there's better options. And like I told you earlier, the Panthers have met up with Willie Lampkin at the Senior Bowl. 5'10", started all 11 games for the Tar Heels. In his senior season, he played a total of 851 snaps, with 473 of the snaps being pass blocks. Lampkin only gave up 8 pressures and zero sacks on the season. He earned third-team All-ACC honors. So only 0 sacks for a guy who's 5'10", 275, only 0. I'm telling you, man, a team who lets them fall, they're going to be missing out. I would say us, the Dolphins, to pick them up, but you might as well just let them go to a team that needs a center like this, because we already do have a center like this, and it's working out well for us. A wide zone scheme, this guy, he would be perfect. He will be perfect.
So, ladies and
right here we have the Sebastian Castro. He look like one of them dudes that just be chilling outside of Home Depot waiting for a job, man. That's what he look like. But let's check him out.
gentlemen, I am here with Sebastian Castro, safety out of the University of Iowa. So, Sebastian, there is no question that you're an absolute dog and run defense, stack in the box. But what exactly would you like to let NFL teams know about your abilities in coverage and what you could bring to the table?
Yeah, I think I excel in the zone game.
The man game, I haven't been. It's not like first nature for say. I play a lot of zone. I would much rather live in that world where I feel like you get more picks in zone coverage. You're able to read the quarterback and just feel the whole picture develop. But man coverage, I have confidence in that, and the more I do it, I feel like the confidence is going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. So I feel like I have no weakness really. It's only I feel good, and I'm lucky to be here playing this game. So I'm blessed.
It sounds like a plan, man. Now, out of all the DBs in the NFL right now, who was someone that you grew up looking up to, and who would you emulate your game off of current NFL starters?
Growing up I looked up to Troy Polamalu and Ray Lewis, really. That's
okay.
where I got my mentality from.
I like the answer.
I kind of grew up like that, playing those type of sports, like playing football at a young age, like playing football without pads on. But right now in the league, I like guys like Buda Baker and Devin Witherspoon. Guys that are just know how to get to the ball fast and just know how to find the ball, really.
Got it. And so, Sebastian, we appreciate you, man, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it.
You're about to be a Buffalo Bill, bro. Can't wait.
Yeah, he's not a bad safety. It's just that there's better safeties in this draft class other than him. There's better ones other than him. So, nothing bad against him. Our DBs, like I told you, they pretty much end up being good in the NFL, but hopefully he can go to the right team. I feel like if you go to the Dolphins, you're going to make that boy look like a bad player. I don't care about how much points, tackles, whatever it is in the game. People gonna judge you based off of what you can do out there on the field. And Castro, he could make some plays out there, but I gotta see him on an NFL field. I gotta see it. Billy Bowman, who we reacted to earlier, he had a big day as well. A very, very big day. The only thing that stopped me is the size. But like I said, with Tyrann Mathieu, y'all remember him? Size didn't really matter to him. It didn't. So with Bowman, I don't think the size going to matter as well. I don't think so. He should have a very, very good career. Hopefully a defensive coordinator could use him in the right way. And then you can make some money off of Billy to Bowman. Most definitely. Right here we have the West Virginia cornerback against Tay Felton. Action. Good job of playing the ball. That's pretty good footwork right there. Pretty good footwork. Yeah, this is like a teaching tape, to be honest. This is like a teaching tape, man.
Very strong day today. You had the awesome adjustment here with Georgia wide receiver Arian Smith. Very strong day today. You had the awesome adjustment back there, left side of the end zone, I think against the WKU safety. Tell me what you have learned through going through all the injuries that you have overcome to get to that breakout season and then get here playing the best of the best.
I mean, I obviously learned a lot, not being able to play and just, like training my mind mentally, being like a resilient person. I learned a lot from injury, but just getting back up and keep going, no matter what people think about you.
In the NFL draft world, we love player comps. Comparing people to, now there's not many people in the world that run in the 4.2, so there's a small group for you to compare your game to, but is there someone that you compare your game to, pattern?
One of my favorite players of all time is Deshaun Jackson, so I'll probably say him.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I love that. Hey, thanks a lot, Arian. Yes, here with Georgia.
Yeah, based off his speed, it seems like this would be another guy that the Dolphins would target. He had a good day today. He had a good day. But his route running definitely needs some work. But with the right NFL coaches, the right team, everything could work out to his favor. Some players, it don't even matter about who's their coach. It don't even matter. They gonna improve and they gonna end up being that player that they should have been. Right Right here we have a Jackson Dart throw.
See, both of those guys.
Beautiful. Around the money.
See, both of those guys.
Beautiful.
Both.
Yeah, that pass damn near perfect.
See, both of those guys.
Beautiful.
Both. See, both of those.
Good job throwing it just in case if the defender got there. He threw it a little bit over his head and right into the breadbasket of the receiver. Touchdown. Beautiful.
Both. See, both of those guys.
Beautiful.
Both.
Man, I gotta see Jackson Dart in a Dolphin uniform for me to believe it. I gotta see that right there, man, to be real. That would be crazy if he was really a alien, bro. That would be crazy. Now, all these guys on this screen looking pedestrian based off what I've seen from the tallest NBA player of all time. Pedestrians right here, man. I love y'all, but pedestrian. Right here we have Mike Green versus Ursery. Let's check this out. Good job by keeping your hands out like they guns. Like, hey, you better not get to my quarterback before I gotta use him. Man. Them boys weren't playing, man. Definitely wasn't playing. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, we got a lot left for y'all. A lot left. We got a lot of videos for y'all, man. I might do that tomorrow. I gotta see where I could stop. Yeah, I might hop on stream tomorrow. I got y'all. And then we gonna start where we left off with the stream. For sure. But hey, I appreciate all y'all who tuned in. You know, it's getting late. I gotta be up in the morning, and I'm gonna be right back at it tomorrow. After I go to the gym, right after work. You know, it's the same thing every day, man. Same thing every day. But appreciate y'all, love y'all. Y'all go check out the website, dgmerchandise.com. Y'all go get all y'all merch. If y'all want the new Dolphin Championship shirts, they are available. They're not cut up like this. You got to cut it up yourself if you want to do it, or you could just leave it regular as it is. Pretty cool shirts, pretty cool. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all, love y'all. It's DG.